15 people are dead after a man rammed his truck into New York's crowds in the New Orleans French Quarter. Thanks for joining us for Queen City News at 10. I'm Caroline Boyer. Tonight, we're learning more about the man suspected of carrying out the early morning attack. 42-year-old Shamsud-Din Bahar is the man authorities believe is responsible, but they suspect he might have had help. Police officers shot and killed him after he pulled out a weapon. 2 officers were injured. Federal, state, and local officials say Jabbar served in the U.S. Army from 2006 to 2015 with a deployment to Afghanistan in 2009. President Biden says Jabbar expressed desires to kill before this morning's attack. The president is promising the full force of the federal government to be part of the investigation. Jesse Tenner reports on that response.
I agree with you. Our nation agrees with you.
President Joe Biden is mourning the people killed and the dozens injured in what officials are investigating as a terrorist attack in New Orleans.
The despicable attack that occurred in the early morning hours.
Senator John Kennedy and Congressman Troy Carter stood with their fellow Louisianans as the FBI announced more details New Year's Day. The agency says a driver rammed a pickup truck into a crowd on Bourbon Street before being shot to death by police.
If this doesn't trigger the gag reflex of every American, every fair-minded American, I'll be very surprised.
The FBI says it does not believe the driver acted alone, and officials found an Islamic State group flag in his truck.
We expect to put the full force and resources of the federal government behind this investigation.
Carter says President Biden promised him that.
To bring these cowards to justice.
The attack also postponed a college football playoff game at the nearby Superdome until Thursday.
It was done with one single thing in mind: public safety.
Carter encouraged the fans in town to stay vigilant. In Washington, I'm Jesse Tenor.
D.C. police will heighten security throughout the nation's capital out of an abundance of caution, especially since Congress returns later this week. That suspect in the New Orleans attack once lived here in the Tar Heel state. State election records show Jabbar registered to vote in North Carolina in 2012. He cast a ballot as an unaffiliated voter in that year's November general election in Cumberland County. That's also the home of Fort Liberty, and Jabbar was an Army veteran.